Well, hello. It is Tuesday. Um, wow, February 24th, and yeah, it's in the evening. Made a little progress on the pod racing, excuse me, diorama, and unfortunately, I do want to apologize. I did have some footage that I thought I was recording, but obviously I wasn't. So, um, but as we can see, um, like I said, there's layers of styrofoam, the pink insulation glued together with Elmer's glue, and let that harden. And it's probably been a month since I had that phase, so, but it was dry in 24 hours. Clamped it all together, cut it with the carving through Amazon that I got. This one, mostly with the wire. I used this some, but it burned it too much. After I got to a point that I liked it, sanded a little bit and painted it with, right here, I have a spray booth, of course. And then after I painted it with the primer, there was like these white natural lines that were going in there. And I was like, oh, hey, rock, sediment between the rocks things. So I just took flat white paintbrush and painted some whites, and then took 1/2 inch to my 1 millimeter Tamiya tape and taped it off, and then sprayed it with this right here, red oxide color, and I did that with several coats, and then in between 1 or 2 of the coats I sealed it with this flat coat lacquer. After I sealed it and I got it where I wanted it, basically I just took these started with this one, and this brush, dipped it in there, a little bit of paint thinner, and then just kind of randomly streaked it, kind of show. And then the darker one, kind of did the same thing, streaked it. I didn't see, I went a little thinner. Oh, I don't like the way that laid out. And then black. And then after I did that, I let it dry. Not long, maybe an hour. And I went in with lacquer paint and dry brushed for I don't know, 40 minutes or so on it. And got a pretty good look. I don't think it's gonna here. So do have the pod racer all built up. No, I didn't have any video of that because I really didn't have a filming with my iPhone and using my iPad Pro to edit it with a program. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I'll find out if somebody wants to know, but paid for a year for $29.99, and it's got pretty good AI, and I'm learning more as I go along with editing and things like that, and adding and how to piece things together. And, that's probably my biggest hurdle. and of course the filming. I mean, you got to have, would be good, but have 2 cameras so you can have, but with me building, I just build when I feel like building. If I want to hang out with the missus, then I go hang out with her. So she doesn't mind that I build. I have my own room. So, but yeah. So here's, we got the pod racer. I do have the window that still needs to go on. I have the original kit, which I gave to my son. He lives in Virginia. I'm sending that to him. And then this is the repop of it that just came out. And these are the new decals. And if you're buying this kit, the decals are awful. It may be me. Sometimes it could be me, but the decals were just complete awful. They just fell apart. Luckily, I just regular blue, tester's blue I used, and touched up a few spots. I know it's not perfect. I just built it out of the box to see how quickly. I just wanted to see, trying to more with this diorama to see if I could things. So I got that there, and then engines will be. And I have the other engine, and I have the fins. The decals again fell apart. Or just, I had to piece them back together, and they were just awful. I did put them down on top of clear as well. So, engines. This one has not been weathered, even started, but it's just been painted. This is just blue, put on top of silver, yellow, insignia yellow. No, I'm sorry. Chromite. Green chromite. This is the silver I use. Not all the time. I'm going to start using, I just purchased some of these extreme metal. I'm going to try these out. I'm an enamel guy, guys. Sorry. I've never had luck with acrylics. So, I know that some people say, oh, well, this is acrylic technically, or I don't know. But, whatever. Silver. And then the yellow was a mixture of these two. More this and a little bit of this. Just made it up. So, that's one of them. These two. A little bit more of this and just a little bit of this. And then this blue is just this blue, thinned out and just shot in over silver. And I did paint these in. They still need to be painted. This one's been started to get weathered. So there's a lot more to do. Between, and then of course, new metal rod and angle. So, but that's what we're working at. That's where we are. Little sand. I'm gonna put maybe some dark dead bushes, in the base. If I was doing the lighting at the time, I had already had all this built after I wanted to do the crazy light thing, but I would have done a little bit of light in there. But a lot of weathering left to do. We're talking to desert, a little sand on there. But just kind of a midweek update. Not really midweek. It's not even hump day yet. You know, we got the State of the Union tonight, so am I going to be up that late? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll be up at 5:30 in the morning anyway. Here in Cincinnati, it's still a little cold, so you know, dogs want to be walked and got to work, and if we've got snow, we got snow removal, so you know, life getting in the way of building models and having fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, this is really like my first time sitting here talking, except for the last time that, you know, I talked to you guys a few days ago, and hope that, you know, keep on and improve on the videos that I do. Hopefully get some footage of me actually building something. I do have my Iowa behind me, just the hull, but I have the rest of I have the whole superstructure just done. I have some detailing, maybe get that out this weekend. This weekend I am on call for my job, so that will cut into the model building time if I do get a call. So kind of on those days during when, you know, everybody's got the job, so the job comes first, which helps pay for the models. So did kind of decide that well, we'll discuss that next time. I'm gonna, you know, like those ship models, so maybe try to focus more on building the ships. I like the 1/200 scale, but I got a bunch of 1/350th stuff, so I guess maybe you know how it is. You got to clean out the old closet and get rid of some stuff, because if you want to get other models, you got to get rid of the stuff you got. That's the way I try to feel about it anymore. Am I ever really going to build this? Because I have everything I ever purchased, I had good intentions, you know. Us good kit collectors don't like to have too big of a stash. I'll be confessed, probably about 100 kits I have that are unstarted. But what the problem is that a lot of these kits I have detail sets for, and you know, because I build what I like. So cars, starships, used to build a lot of armor, so have a lot of armor, but you know, get that stuff out of there. Never gonna build it. Oh well. You'll have a great day and great evening. Stay safe from Cincinnati. You know, keep modeling, having fun. Just always remember that's what it's about. The hobby is about having fun and enjoying it. For a long time, I got on this phase where I was building for contests, and I just didn't enjoy it anymore. And I stopped building. And then I had all these kits, and I said, well, what am I going to do? And I just started I said, well, let's pick one out. And I had a lot of fun. And from that point on, I said, I'm just going to build to have fun. And if I get a good kit out of it, then so be it. And people enjoy it. And maybe I win a contest. Oh, well. But when I go to the contest and I show my models, it's about seeing the look in their eyes and stuff like that, and them enjoying the model, and me talking about building it. That's what it's about to me. So keep having fun, be safe out there, and God bless America.